welcome back to the Brookfield Group's Tech Talk Thursday. Tech Talk. Today, as we mentioned last week, we're going to be talking about the best Christmas gifts, techie gifts or not so techie gifts for Christmas this year, and how it plays into whether it's an IoT or whether it's just a connected device and your security on the other end. Daniel here is going to be our poo-pooer commentator.
Call me Mr. Grinch.
Mr. Grinch here, shooting holes in all of our suggestions. So I have 5, and Chris, the voice in the sky, has 5.
I do.
So we'll start with mine. So number 1 on my list for this year is the Meter Plus.
The Meter.
Oh, see, you've got the original. I have the Plus.
Oh, the Plus.
You got to pull the Plus
it's that
up,
big,
Chris.
That big a difference?
It is. It's the Plus makes it all Bluetooth.
Oh. So how did it work previously if it wasn't the Plus?
I don't know.
How does the Meter? What's the value of this if it's not Plus? I just assumed that Meter, in general, everything, it was always connected to your phone.
Well, I don't know, Chris.
My dad used it. I don't know if he has the Plus or the regular one.
I need the Plus.
What's it say? Wire free. Oh, does it come with like a little?
See, it's an app on your phone.
Then why does the other one not have Bluetooth? I don't understand.
I don't know. We need the Plus up there. Go back to my
He had the
Amazon.
Plus. I'm more of critiquing what's the value of the non-Plus. Like, I think sounds like everyone should just buy the Plus version.
Well, I have
At Meter, remove the original.
I have a thermal coupler at my house that the thing sits on the outside, and it has a cable that gets poked into your roast or whatever.
Yep.
And then you set the temperature timer thingy, and then it'll go off when it reaches that temperature.
So how has Meter changed your cooking life?
Well, I don't have it yet. But
This is hopeful. So
yes,
Santa's supposed to be bringing these to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think the thing I don't like about mine is the storage of it. You've got this giant long cable that doesn't want to bend, of course, because it's the thermal coupler.
Yep.
But and this is cordless, which is a plus. Cleaning of mine is a real pain in the butt.
Is it?
So I try and keep a tall, hot glass of water, so when I'm done, I can just kind of like dunk the actual metal part, not the cable, in that to kind of clean it. I have another one, the kind that you like pull out the pokey thing and stick it in, and it's instant read. I guess it's instant read. Yeah. And that one's a pain to clean too, gotta say. So I'm thinking.
Was that the Mark IV, the Thermapen Mark IV?
Sounds about right.
That's what I have. That's my thermometer of choice currently, as my rebuttal to Leanne's Meter.
Meter. Well, plus I just love the play on words, right? It's a meter. Get it?
All right.
Love it.
I've heard about this.
Okay.
I've had lots of people say that I should get one. So
maybe
I'll need to add it to my list of things.
It's pretty cool that so my dad does the turkey every year on the grill. Because he has one of those big ceramic outdoor grills.
Has the ceramic egg, the big green egg?
The big green egg. He has one of the eggs.
One of the eggs.
Fancy.
But it's cool because the app will actually kind of give you like a countdown timer. So you set a temperature on it, and then it tells you, okay, it's going to be ready in like half an hour, or so you can see that.
It looks like you can yell at, "Hey Dingus," and it'll
right.
Do it
You
for
can AELXA at it.
Yeah, I don't want to trigger anybody's smart devices out in there. They're the ears that are always listening.
Okay.
All right, I like it. I like the packaging.
Yes.
I like the aesthetic of it. Looks
I like
good.
It's very rustic.
Meter.
So
I give it a thumbs up.
All right. At the end, we'll do a recap on the best way to protect your, because every one of mine is a connected device. So
Yeah.
Wait, you give it a thumbs up one more time?
Thumbs up. Ding.
Oh boy.
Should have came prepared with a rating scale.
All
On a
right.
rating scale from 1 to 7.5, I give this a
8
pie.
All right. Next.
AirTag.
AirTags. Got to have the AirTags. Love my AirTag. These are great for
Tracking
you put them
people.
in your tracking your ex-boyfriend.
No.
You can stalk him. Oh no.
No.
Okay.
I think that is carved out in the EULA. We don't want to do that.
Okay. All right. So you can put it down in your backpack, to your keys, of course.
Yep.
Anything that you want to keep track of. Especially helpful for college students who can't keep track of things or where they left or even high school where they left their backpacks at. So We have debunked the latest, well, fairly debunked. Would you say, Chris?
The car
Yes,
stat?
the car thievery. So people are finding someone out like at a mall parking lot in a nice Lexus or Mercedes or whatever.
Putting
They'll
an
attach
AirTag on
the
it?
AirTag on it. Then they'll follow them home, and later that night they'll steal their car. But what was your
Interesting.
stat?
I think out of the article that I read, out of the 2,500 car thefts, only 5 were AirTag related.
Okay.
So it wasn't the whole scary AirTags are taking over vehicle stealing.
Liberal press.
So I have these. I have some AirTags. I have them on keys, backpack, a couple other things.
Babies.
Not on babies.
Not yet.
Thought about getting it for our dog because
Oh.
they make a little there's a company that makes a collar that you can put an AirTag in. Couple things. If Apple's listening, you should be able to in Find My share AirTags between family members because Kelsey, my wife, has one on her set of keys. When I take her keys and I put them in my pocket, I get the notification that says, there's an AirTag following you and tracking you. Are you aware of it? Are you okay with this? Dismiss the notification for today. I want to be able to just say, this is a family member. I'm okay with this. Dismiss it forever. So that's one. And then there were a lot of things going around social media and things like that about random AirTag notifications popping up on people with Apple devices that says, hey, this AirTag has been following your location for these days, blah, 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 blah. You can do the NFC tag and I'll tell you who it belongs to, or you can do the Find It so that way you can see if like someone was trying to be malicious with it. There is now an app for Android for people that have an Android phone that will do the same functionality to let you know if there's an AirTag following you. So good on Apple for putting that out there because there was a big loophole of if you have an Android device and someone puts an AirTag on you, you're not going to get that notification. So kudos to Apple for doing that. But big demerit for not allowing me to share it and find mine between.
Now here's a
members.
question: are you guys in a family within iCloud?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly. So I give it a side thumb.
Side thumb. Okay. Well, you might give a thumbs up on this. So I'm currently researching. I had somebody reach out for our swag where they can put our logo on the back of the AirTags.
Ooh.
So then when we give backpacks to our new employees, then
we can track
give
them.
No.
Oh.
Wrong.
Dang it.
We can give them an AirTag as a TBG gift.
Okay.
So it's
So does
pretty
it go, I know you can customize AirTags,
Mhm.
so it'd be on the top and have a little B on it?
Yeah. Our B logo
right.
or the TBG stack logo.
It's
or
like, that was the thing. What's the other one? Tile did
Tiles,
that
yeah.
a lot. And I think it was either CES or somewhere else. Got invited to an Indiegogo party and they handed those out and it was pretty cool.
Yeah. 9-Star connected it too. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, the old tiles, you couldn't replace the battery in them. So you had them for a year. It didn't give you a warning if your battery was running low. Then just all of a sudden you couldn't find your keys anymore. So the new ones are a little bit different than that. But
Yeah.
the new tiles are fatter, thicker.
Yeah. They're interesting. But
Yeah. All right.
AirTag. I like them.
Moving on to the next. Okay, this is called the Fog Hat 1000 Oaks Barrel Smoker.
Okay.
So it's for bourbon drinks or brandy drinks or whatever. There's a restaurant here on the south side of town called Reverie, and they have something very similar to this. The person sitting next to me in the bar a few months back ordered their old fashioned, or maybe it was just might have just been bourbon on the rocks, whatever. Anyway, they put that in there. So it's kind of cool because bourbon is a very experience. It's not just, slugging it down. It's about the label. It's about where it's made. It's, the whole process of it.
All the notes and everything that goes along with it. Yep.
And so this, you can buy different wood chips, as most of the smokers are, that, if you want it to be more cherry or more orange or more whatever, there's a bunch of different chips that you can buy. Plus, who doesn't like fire at the table? I mean, that's a lot of fun.
It's a nice experience. Yeah.
And it's Fog Hat, which goes back to I'm a 70s child to the band. So I can be singing Slow Ride when I'm doing my...
While you're using your torch.
While I'm using my torch.
Yeah.
I personally don't like bourbon, but I know that lots and lots and lots of people do. And I thought this was a pretty cool packet. And
there's no tech involved with this one.
There's no tech involved in this one. It's the only one on my list, I think, with no tech involved. But
interesting.
yeah, going
Oh,
old,
I like it.
old
That's
school.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know that it's a much who's it? Breville makes like a smoker thing that you can put, and that's like a couple $100. Like this is a pretty decent little setup, and
well, the chips cost $60.
Oh, that's just for
that's for the whole thing.
Okay, how much is a refill of chips? I mean, you can go cut up your own log out back, right, and get your own wood chips if you need to.
Or use it from your. I wonder if those pellets would work that you use in a smoker.
Probably
like a meat smoker.
Might not burn as quick.
Looks like
$10. Oh yeah,
for a refill.
It's a value. I mean, it's $10 for wood shaving, so I don't know. Maybe it's not so much value, but I like it.
Yeah. All right.
That might get added to my list of things to purchase.
This of all the ones I looked at, this one, maybe it's because it was the fog hat thing, but it looked like one of the most reasonably priced for the cool factor.
Yeah, for the yeah.
So all right, moving on.
Cool per dollar is pretty high.
Boom. My next one is this new. I think it's new. It's the first time I'd heard about it. These Echo shows.
Yep.
My husband is big on these. We have. I think I mentioned this before on our Tech Talk Thursdays. Sometimes our internet's running slow. We call and complain about it, and they're like, well, you have 37 devices on your internet. We don't think about all of our Alexas or all of our phone. You know, everything is our watches. Everything's connected. So recently we upgraded our bedroom and moved everything out, put stuff back in, decided to get rid of our old style alarm clock.
Okay.
And now both of us are struggling with, you know, you just get out of the shower. Oh, I wonder what time it is. You look out there because you don't have a device on you, and there's nothing that tells you what time it is. So he's thinking, oh, if we get this, we can just have the big clock up there. But as Chris pointed out, do you really want a camera in your bedroom?
Yeah, can you just say, does this have a physical disable for the camera, or do you have to like turn it off in software? Okay, so it has a slider. All right, that's good. Plus for that. Yeah. I mean, it has a slider. You could turn it off.
I think it'd be really useful in the kitchen to say, show me a recipe for, you know, whatever, and it pulls it up and it has the pictures.
How often though would you find yourself doing a video call over your Amazon show, Alexa show?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because all week long we're on Teams or whatever, and we do enough video calls. I don't think I would use it because somebody else has to have one on the other end, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's thinking about, I hope my mother-in-law's not watching this.
Yeah.
I think he's thinking about getting her one, then we'll have one, then we can do video calls together. Kind of thing. But
okay.
I don't know. They're fairly inexpensive. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. And Bed Bath & Beyond has a deal on them right now. It has a coupon, 20% off.
Coupon in the mail. They never expire.
Yeah, we're looking at this, but again, a little concerned about the privacy and just how much we would use it. So to me, on a 1 to 10, this would probably get a 5.
Yeah, this is a question more about like the ecosystem, right? Because you have your Apple ecosystem, you have your Google ecosystem, or you have the Amazon Alexa ecosystem, and you have to basically pick one to be inside of. Having multiple, you can do it, but there's not much benefit to it. So just think about when you pull the trigger on this, and then if you want to do like cameras or doorbell or whatever, it probably then makes sense to look at Ring or the Amazon family of products at that point.
Okay. All right. My last one, maybe? Yes. The dog treat and camera. So I had one of these a long time ago. It was one of the first ones made.
Was it Pet Cube?
That's what Chris said. No, it wasn't. It was something else.
I backed that on Kickstarter.
How'd that work out?
It's sitting on a shelf, not being used.
Okay.
So yeah, worked out well.
The original one had some kind of woof in the name of it. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it eventually stopped working. But this one I originally liked. So I have a camera so I can watch my dogs. It's two-way audio at home. So I can say, get off the couch, stop jumping, leave the other dog alone kind of thing. This one dispenses a treat, and the camera will follow wherever the treat is dispensed, so you can actually see your pet get it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Downside is the treat can be no more than a ½ inch in diameter, and I've got a 90-pound golden retriever. That's going to be like
it's like eating a normal piece of kibble.
Right. It's going to be like a piece of dog food for him. So downside is the size of their treat. Now, if you have a small dog, it'd be great. Like Nick's would like it.
Yeah. Our dog has never responded to the talk to her through something thing. Like we say, hey, don't do that. She just doesn't listen
Does
to
she
it.
listen when you're in person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she won't, like, she just, like, has never taken to those things, like, over audio. So I like it, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a bunch of these on the market right now.
Does it have a laser pointer? And you can, I feel like that's the other thing that a lot of these have. It has, like, a laser pointer that you can then play with them
your
remotely.
cat?
Yeah.
I did see a cat in one of the pictures, but I think the cat was just getting the treat before the dog got it. As cats will do. Huh.
Nice. Is it wall mountable or does it just sit on? Okay.
It is wall
That's cool.
mountable.
Yep.
So we are not getting paid to endorse any of these products. However, if any of these manufacturers would like to send us something, just
gladly
ask us.
take anything.
Yes. So those were my...
You're saying Kristen didn't set up an affiliate link for you for all of these Amazon recommendations? Right? You could have gotten all of 3 cents for these.
Shoot.
Missed out.
Darn it.
All right. Chris's turn.
All right.
Give that one a thumbs up.
You already know this one?
No. The previous one.
Oh, the previous one.
Yep,
okay.
The previous one.
All right.
Cool. Right. So my first one is generally, but this is kind of my favorite one of these, is a mesh wireless system for your home. This one is called Eero.
Also owned by Amazon.
Also owned by Amazon. They're an Amazon company.
This would be good for our house.
So I'm usually and Daniel, you're probably the same way. When you go home for holidays or you're visiting, you're kind of the tech consultant.
Unfortunately.
Where everybody has to ask you questions.
Yep. There's a list.
There's always a list.
There's a list.
So at my parents' house, when they got their new home, they got the wireless router that came with whoever they went with, and they put it in the den, and they were like, Wi-Fi's slow. I can't get it outside. I can't get it in the garage. Upstairs, it's bad. I can only get it when I'm in the office. So what's great about Eero is you can set up, basically you can start with one, and it becomes your wireless network, and then you can add nodes, I guess, around your home, and they can wirelessly mesh together. So you can basically, is there a limit? Is 3 the limit? Could you go beyond 3?
You can go beyond 3, but there is signal degradation at the more you go.
Right.
Like, I mean, easy math, when this hop is like, if you're 3, well, for every hop it has to go that's not directly connected back to like the internet, just assume you're going to lose, 30 to 50% or more of your speed. So if you're at 100 meg, if you have to jump through a beacon, if you're connected to that beacon on the far end, 50 meg would be a good speed to get.
Yeah.
So,
and this is unique.
but it's better than 0.
Right. It's better than
it.
0.
Yeah.
Because these are unique because you've got your one down here that's connected to your router, and then these just connect to power.
Yep.
So unlike maybe a business level wireless mesh system, you don't have to run Ethernet to all of these.
Yep.
Individual.
If you get the Pro version, each one of those basically acts as a gateway, and you can plug each of them in to hardline. So if you're in a newer home that has Ethernet wired throughout the house, you could put these everywhere you have Ethernet at, and then each one talks directly back to the internet source, and then would be able to do it. But you'll need something like you'll need a switch or something in your house. So more modern home, like newer homes being built today, that's kind of almost standard, or you can ask for it when you're having your home built to have your house wired. But this is what I have at home as well.
These are pretty great. I think from a security standpoint, when we talk about people coming over, devices on the network, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I do like, and this is just the free tier. I mean, you can pay for enhanced security, enhanced firewall, content filtering, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Eero Secure.
But it'll basically send you a notification when it detects a new device is on the network. So when you have, you're sitting around and all of a sudden, bloop, bloop, there's a device that you don't recognize pops up, you can block that device, you can kind of investigate more, which I think is a really cool secure feature. Yeah,
I agree. I like it. I have Eero Secure, so I have it set up to kind of block everything. If you're using Ring or HomeKit, you can have it be like a HomeKit gateway and security gateway for everything. So it helps with protection of IoT for everything. But yeah, it's nice. It's easy to set up. It's all controlled from an app. You can easily give people credentials. You can set up guest networks so people can't have access to your other IoT devices. So they can have internet, but they can't open up their phone and, you know, be able to locally detect that you have like a Nest thermostat or something along those lines. So big fan. I like that one.
Okay.
I was happy that Eero didn't, or when Amazon purchased them, there's actual continued development on this. It didn't go into an abyss.
Dark hole.
Right.
Like
Black hole.
some other big tech company
Cool.
does.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Cool. All right. My next one is not a thing. It's actually a service that I really like. Leanne's face is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't understand.
I'm thinking, what is that? Gen Zer? Gen Xer? What are you?
He's a millennial.
Millennial?
Yeah.
All about the experience.
So obviously in the past year and a half, channel inventory for gadgets has been really, really hard to get, including the 2 next generation consoles, Xbox Series X and the PS5. So recently, Xbox Game Pass has opened up cloud gaming for console. So this is really cool because you can use your phone, you can use a desktop browser, you can use your old Xbox, and basically through the cloud play 100 plus games on Game Pass, and you know, at higher fidelity without having to get hardware. So this is a great gift for, you know, maybe a niece or nephew or a big kid in your life who didn't get a console and is not going to get a console. You could get them like 3 months of Game Pass, which is already a great value because you get all these games, but now you can play it wirelessly anywhere, which is really cool with like this whole cloud gaming.
Yep.
They say beta. I've used it since launch. It's really, really good. It's really, really cool how it works.
What do you typically do? You play it then like on your current Xbox, or are you playing from like your iPad with a remote or with a controller paired? What's your typical use case?
So recently, I have a Series S, which is this guy here, which is technically the next generation, but it doesn't have a really huge hard drive. It's only about 500 gig. So if you download one AAA game like Forza, that's like 300 gigs. And I wanted to try Halo the other day, so all I did was you go into Game Pass and you hit play, and literally it streams directly to the Xbox without having to download. What are there recommended internet requirements in order to make that work? There are. Obviously, they want you to be more. If you can do a wired connection, it's better.
Yeah.
If you do 5 gigahertz, it's better.
Any noticeable latency when playing?
Not on console. On phones, I do notice it, even on like pretty strong Wi-Fi.
Does that allow online multiplayer then as well on it, or is it only like storyline gameplay?
I think because Among Us just dropped on Game Pass. Halo multiplayer is on Game Pass. Minecraft is on Game Pass. Sea of Thieves is another multiplayer on Game Pass.
Okay.
$14 a month for Xbox Live Gold plus Game Pass.
First month for $1.
First month for $1.
Does this let you stream it on your Twitch?
I don't know how that would work.
Theory,
if you
you
could. I can't remember if you can stream directly from an Xbox to Twitch. I don't know if you could stream a Game Pass game and also stream out to Twitch at the same time.
You could if you use an Elgato capture card.
Right. If you
have a PC and everything
another
else.
device. Yeah.
Cool. I like it. Thumbs up.
Cool.
If you're on, I guess, the Xbox platform.
Well, I mean, the cool thing about Game Pass is that it's PC too.
Yeah.
And it's, basically iPad, phones, that kind of stuff with game streaming. So
sweet. I like it.
All right. My next one, not a surprise.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Lego.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This one, I said it's kind of tech related because everybody's kind of staring at screens all day. I think my screen time went up like 80% over the last year and a half. So Lego has been a really good outlet for me to not look at a screen, to do something that's kind of mindful and slow down the pace of what you're doing and relaxing in the evening. Lego has been pushing a lot of these 18 plus sets. A little bit more costly, obviously, but it's more kind of this experience. The world map comes with a like a little audio guide. So you scan a QR code, and then it kind
interesting.
of gives you,
like, tells you about the section of the map that you're building.
Gives you kind of curated music and what section of the map you're building, and one of the I think this is I think one's coming out more recently. This was the largest
piece count
at 11,000.
Almost 12,000.
It's a lot of stuff to be stepping on.
Yeah, make sure you clean up after yourself. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So does it come with the frame, or do you build it as a frame and then you're able to hang it?
Yep, you're able to hang it.
That's cool. Does it give you extra pieces that you could then put, like, the pin, like when you have guests come, like to be able to put where are you from kind of thing?
I think so, because if you look at, let's find that picture.
It's like the first picture, it looked like there was a bundle.
Yeah, so you can do alternate. So here's, if you want to do Asian centered, here's Atlantic centered, here's just black and white. So I think you definitely have extra pieces like that. I mean, you could.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
Nice.
third pick is Lego, specifically the world map.
I like it.
So how much is that set?
So this is only $249.
Only.
I mean, if you think about it as art, it's pretty cheap.
That's true.
If you're going to hang it on the wall.
Interactive art.
Yeah.
And the experience.
And you
have
got to
putting
build it
together.
yourself. Yeah.
True. Is it available or sold out on the Lego store?
Refresh the page. We will find. Okay, available now.
Wow.
Still get it.
I'm surprised.
I like it. I'm a Lego fan also. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry. All right, so my fourth one is similar to Leanne. It's a cooking application.
We've been rocking this one for a while, haven't we?
Yeah. So, not particularly, sold by the, in love with this brand, but Joule is the first one that I got. This is a sous vide, basically an immersion circulator that you put into a pot of water. You set the temperature, and then it can very precisely circulate and heat the water to perfect cooking temperature. So if you're doing a protein like a steak, you can set that steak to perfect medium rare. You put it in a zip top bag. You put it into the water. You let it cook. It cooks for, maybe an hour. But you can never overcook anything. So it's always going to be at that perfect cooking temperature. So it's been this technique's been around for a very long time. Especially in commercial kitchens in France. I think I remember the first time I saw it on an old Iron Chef episode.
Me too.
It looked like some kind of crazy lab equipment, and they were making like noodles, or I don't know what they were doing. In there,
it used to be huge, like all-in-one machines. Like it was a purpose-built, like utility, like thing that took up a large spot in your kitchen or in a commercial kitchen. So
because I think
when this came out, that it shrunk it down to being able to be used like in the home. That's pretty cool. I have the Innova one. So Joule, Innova, everyone kind of has one now.
Yeah.
Breville
has one. Yeah. Polyscience, I think I feel like was the original.
Was the original?
Well, that's broken. I'm going to show that. Okay, great. But yeah, Joule's pretty great. I think the one thing that I would like to have, I think the Innova has, is a display on here, because you have to use the app to control this.
That's what tipped me from getting the Innova versus the Joule, just because I can walk up to it, set the temperature, and I don't have to open an app. I can open up the app and connect it and be able to put it on there and set timers and all that stuff. But majority of the time, I don't use it that way. I just walk up, I set the temperature, I turn it on, I throw the stuff in there, and I walk away. So I'm a big fan of these. It's great for meal prep or cooking multiple things at once, especially if you're having people over and you need to cook 4, 5, 6, 7 like proteins all at the same time to get them all done around the same time. This is a great tool to have in your arsenal. So,
yeah, there you go. Joule,
I like it.
sous vide, available now.
Available now. Available everywhere. Everywhere you get jewels from.
Use our code.
Not to be confused with vape.
TTT Tech Talk Thursday.
How much are they?
Save when you bundle. Oh, Juul is owned.
Yeah, Breville bought Juul a while, or Breville bought Chef Steps.
Okay.
Who were creator of Juul. So this is the stainless steel version. It's $199. If you want the, I think there's
You're not showing the people, Chris.
Oh,
They're
sorry.
still looking at me.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. $199 for the Juul sous vide. I think Anova has one, and then very similar price point, but
yep.
Let's just say like sub $500 is probably.
I'm surprised, Chris, that your other one wasn't. What's that that oven thing that you got?
Oh, my Tovala.
Yeah, the Tovala.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't the Tovala.
I still love my Tovala.
Is it like an air fryer?
No,
it's basically a combi steam oven.
Yeah.
So it's a convection oven that sits on your countertop. So
but you add water to it.
But you add water to it so you can steam and proof and bake and roast and broil and do all the things.
Yeah. What's cool about it is the fact that you can buy meals and you scan the QR code for it, and it sets all the timing, all the temperature, everything for it, and you just pop it in, and then it spits out a dish, especially for like single serve meals that you're just like cooking for yourself or something. Like, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So on the sous vide, let me ask you a question. You know those you put stuff in plastic in it, like vacuum sealers.
Yep. That's what I use.
Okay, so that's what you use for that. But you could just put it in a baggie. You wouldn't have to use vacuum seal.
Yep. You don't have to.
Yeah, you can use water displacement method. You don't have to use a vacuum seal. For longer cooks, let's say you were doing maybe short ribs or like a big roast, or you're doing 10 to 12 hours, you would need to probably vacuum pack that, and then you would need to cover your vessel essentially because of evaporation.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Like it. Thumbs up. I've used one for a while.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're nice.
Cool. All right. My last gadget is Daniel has one right on the table right there. Look at that. It's iPad, specifically iPad mini, with 5G, because we haven't talked about 5G on...
Changes the world.
Yep. It's going to revolutionize everything. I've been an iPad user for a very, very long time. I think for personal stuff, it has basically replaced a computer for me. iPad mini as a companion device for work has been really, really great because of 5G and being able to be anywhere. It's basically as fast as the latest iPhone. It's got their latest processor in there. But unlike the iPhone, it charges over USB-C. So really great screen, has a pencil support so you can write on documents, signature, that kind of stuff. Touch ID on the side there, which is a nice addition. And then it also, I'm trying to find where that picture is. The front-facing camera has a really cool feature called Center Stage, where when you're on a video call, it doesn't have to be a FaceTime call. It can be... there we go. It can be Teams, it can be Zoom or whatever. So here what's happening is that the camera is actually panning, zooming, cropping automatically depending on how many people are in the scene. So you can basically set it up and walk around your kitchen or something like that, and it'll follow you around and also like expand the viewing angle if somebody else comes in.
Is that just based on motion?
It's basically, it tracks your face. So here you can see it's how many faces it can see within the scene.
Gotcha.
And then there's another face that appears, so then it zooms out to there. Of course there's tons of other iPads. I mean, the cheapest iPad right now is $329, which is kind of wild. So if you're looking for something that's maybe better for a kid, or $329. I like the Air form factor as like a companion device, and apart from the iPad Pro, it's the only iPad right now that has 5G on it.
Yep.
But
I like it.
phone,
I like
right?
mine.
No phone.
No phone.
Let me use it as a phone, Apple.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And I guess FaceTime is the closest you can get it, right?
Right. You can do FaceTime audio, but you can't.
Yeah.
Let's say if you need to call 911, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice.
Wonder why it's not.
I don't know. Probably some design thing where form factor and stuff like that. I like mine. I like mine a lot. I use it quite a bit. It was kind of, I had an iPad Pro and a laptop that I carried and everything, and that was just too much. This is much more. I'm using it more than I was using the iPad size. So yeah, I'm a big fan.
I had a iPad. Got a couple of them that I don't use anymore, but they're great. Like when you go on vacation, you don't have to lug around, a bigger device. It's just takes great pictures. It has everything on there that you need. It's pretty cool.
Yep,
all right,
that's my last pick is the iPad Mini.
Those were good ones. So just kind of wrapping up a little bit, advice, tips for home security with all these. It seems like everything is connected these days. Home firewalls, what would your suggestion be when people are getting all these for holiday gifts probably, and then just like randomly attach them?
Not too many things anymore have like a default password on them, but if it has a default password, change the default password, change the default user. If you can have, if you want to be extra careful, you could have hide your Wi-Fi network so it's not like publicly broadcasting. You have to know the name of it to type it in to be able to join it. If you get something like the Eero, or there are other ones out there, or a home firewall, you can set those up where you can actually segment out like your IoT devices and protect them differently. Just mostly use common sense and think about what you're putting into your home and what it has access to. So, yeah. That's
good tips. Didn't think about hiding the network and naming it something.
Yep. Well, I just don't have it broadcast the SSID at all. Like you would have to, if you're whatever your Wi-Fi name is, when you join, the person that's joining would have to actually type your Wi-Fi name in to be able to join it. It's not like they can see your Wi-Fi name and then just try and brute force a whole bunch of different passwords to get into it.
Okay. So that's a good tip. I did not know that. So that's it for this week. Next week, I know it's holiday week, but we'll probably do an abbreviated show, and we'll talk about all of the hacking that happened in 2021, record-breaking year, and the latest, I don't know what you call the latest one, the log.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Whatever happened on Monday.
I get the numbers and letters mixed up. But so that's a big one going on right now.
It's a big one. Follow us on our LinkedIn or our Twitter. We're doing posts about it. And this how you can protect yourself better in 2022. So that's about it. So thanks for joining us this week. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.